Hi, welcome to my post-exercise routine for cooling down, stretching. I hope you had a good run or a good cycle, a turbo workout, strong walk, whatever it is that you've done. You've come back now and you're ready to finish for the evening or for the rest of the day, but you need to just go through a few stretches just to get yourself ready so that the next time you're ready to exercise you're in a good place. So we're just going to start with an exercise routine that I do frequently, which I start working from the head down to toes. So work with me, and should take no more than sort of 6-7 minutes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to stand nice and tall, and all we're going to do is just put our heads backwards and forwards, nice and gently, side to side, just stretching the neck muscles. Probably been a little bit tensed up, and then we'll just create some circles one way, and then circles the other way. Next we're going to go on to rolling our shoulders forward, and then rolling back. Releasing some of that tension that may have built up. Okay, feet will be slightly further apart, about shoulder width. Just put our hands on our hips. We're just going to twist round to one side, with the feet facing forward. Just hold that for a few seconds. And then we're going to come round, and we're going to do the same on the opposite side. Again, we're not bouncing, we're just holding that stretch just for a few seconds, just to help loosen the lower back up a little bit, core muscles. Okay, start now with our hands on our heads, nice and straight, heads up. And we're just going to go over to one side. We're going to push our elbow up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're still outside, and we're just going to hold this stretch roughly for about 20 seconds, and we're going to come back up, and we're going to go over to the other side, and we're just going to point our elbow up towards the ceiling and really feeling this stretch in this outside part of our body. And again, we're going to hold for about 20 seconds, and we're just holding these for 20 seconds. You can do a little bit more if you wish. The sort of recommendation is a minimum of 20 seconds. So just come back to centre, and we're just going to go and do final one on the upper body. So we're just going to reach up tall, we're going to clasp our hands together, push up towards the ceiling, reach as tall as we can, keeping our feet on the ground, and just really stretching everything up towards the sky, to the ceiling. And all these exercises are ones that you can do inside, obviously, or outside. One of them will be involving laying on the floor. That's for another set that I'll be doing later. But this is one you can do outside, regardless of the weather, really. And just relax. Okay, we'll go on to some more stretches now for following the exercise, which will be, first one will be a quad stretch. So we're just going to lean on a wall or a door or a chair, and we're just going to put our heels into our hands. We're going to put our knees together. We're going to keep legs parallel. We're just going to push our hips forward a little bit. Just feel that stretch in the front quad. I'm going to hold that for 20 seconds. And we're going to change over to the other side, do exactly the same again. So again, we're just hooking that ankle and hat into our hand, keeping our knee together, legs parallel, just pushing our hips forward, just to hold that stretch. Again, Again, not overstretching, we shouldn't go into pain, although it may feel tight. Okay, we'll go on to a hamstring stretch. So this one, my left leg in this case is bent, my right leg is out straight, feet flat on the ground to start with. And I'm just going to sort of push my bum down and bring my toes up, and you should feel that in the hamstring. Just push down with your bum. And just hold that, hands on hips, try and keep your back straight and your head up a little bit. And swap over and do, again, exactly the same on the other side. So from this angle, it's just going to look like this. And we're just keeping our weight on our bent leg, and we're just pushing that front leg down by using our bottom to create that stretch in the hamstring. Okay, that's 20 seconds done there. Next one we'll go on to a hip flex, so we're going to do a lunge forward position, so feet facing forward, knees at right angles, and we're just letting our hips drop, so we should just feel a stretch in this hip flexor here. You can put your hands on your knees, it's not a problem. It's not a strengthening exercise, it's a stretching exercise. We're just holding that, try and keep your back straight. Swap over, do the same on the other side. And we're just holding that position. Remember, try and just drop your hips rather than leaning forward. Try and keep the back up straight a little bit so that we can feel that stretch in the sort of groin area in that hip flexor. Okay, the next one we'll do is a glute stretch. So I don't need a wall for this one, or a chair, just help balance, but we're just going to bring one leg up above the knee. I'm just going to sit back down here. And we're just going to squat. I'm going to push that knee down a little bit, just to feel that in the glute. And then we swap over to the other side. Again, bringing our knee up across, our leg up across our knee. And we're going to squat down. I'm just going to push that knee down a little bit. Just a few more seconds. Great, okay, we'll go on to our standard sort of calf stretch now. So we've got the rear leg straight behind, front leg bent, both feet facing forward. And we're just going to imagine we're pushing against the wall, or if you've got a wall nearby, by all means use that. And we're just feeling that in this calf muscle behind. Stretching out, feet flat on the ground. And just hold that. Again, we don't go into pain, although it will feel tight. Swap over to the other side in 20 seconds. Same again. Just pushing against that wall or chair, or just holding that position. Again, try and keep this upper body straight rather than bending over, just so that the stretch is in the calf. And we're just holding that. Okay, great. Now we'll go on for a soleus calf stretch. So similar sort of stretch again, both feet facing forward, this time with the leg bent. Won't be pushing against the wall quite so far, but we're just letting this rear leg take the weight, and we're just bending down, and we're just feeling that in the lower part of the calf, which is the soleus muscle. And again, we'll swap over and we'll do the same on the other side. We're just stretching those lower calf muscles, feet both flat on the ground again. And you just feel this in a slightly different position. It's slightly lower, but the soleus muscle sits under the big calf muscle at the back of your leg. We're just holding that position as well. Okay, and then we'll just finish off with some little ankle rotations. So we're just standing on one leg, we're just going to spin the leg round in one direction. We'll do 5 one way and 5 in the opposite direction. Okay, then we'll change over legs and do the same again, so we'll do 5 one way and 5 the other. Okay, great. I hope you found that useful. Try and remember to do the stretches after every run, particularly if it's a long run. I know often we're sort of short of time and we're trying to cram the runs in as best we can to fit in with life as it affects us with time, but if you do manage to cram a few seconds in to do some stretching, you know, hopefully this is short enough, or even just half of what we've done today, anything will really help you. So thanks for joining in, and hopefully see you again soon.